Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Dino, Patches Repair Shop, Tour Glide. You know the story. We're rebuilding it. We're taking it to the Isle of Man. We've had a load of bits turn up. Unfortunately, not the bits we need for this one. I've had to make that really tough decision, guys, and call time and leave this one at home. Starter solenoid's gone. It's currently Sunday. We go on Wednesday. I can't get a starter solenoid. I might be able to get one for Tuesday, but I haven't run it up. The gearbox has been rebuilt. We haven't tried it. I also can't get a clutch cable in time. I can get these parts, I just can't get them in time to get it together, give it a good road test. And we've come this far, and there's two reasons. I kind of don't want to rush it. Okay, it's starting to look really good and a lot better than what it was. And second of all, obviously I don't want it breaking down. I want it to be safe. The missus is on the back. She's got to be 1,000% safe. I need to be safe as well, but I'm certainly not going to risk anybody else's life, especially not the other half. You know, she's been around for a while now. She's like part of the family almost. So we made the decision. We're going to take the Ducati. So, bit gutted. Glad we got a spare bike. There's a Ducati playlist. Glad we've done some work on that one already. There's still some stuff to do that we're going to do in today's video. So let's go over and have a look at the Ducati, shall we? So this is my '07 plate 1100S Multistrada. Had it for a few years now, actually. 5 years, I think I've had it for now. So, oh, look at that. Sun's just come out. So what have we done already? We've got to take this, guys. We've got full panniers, so we'll be okay. We're both reasonably comfortable on this one, not as comfortable as the Harley. I ride the Harley for a reason, and that is because I've got a bit of a bad wrist. I've had an operation. Sitting back in the seat suits me really well. Anyway, enough of that. We're taking the Ducati. Full playlist for this Ducati in the comments below. We've already done the chain and sprocket. Tyres are done. Front O-lings have been rebuilt and serviced at a specialist. And what else did we do? Oh, we replaced the side stand safety switch because I was going to bridge it and you lot all told me off. So it's got a new proper side stand switch in it. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to have a look at the cam belts. I have done them on this. But I'm just going to check the cam belts. We're going to put a new battery on it. We'll run it up. We'll get it nice and warm. We'll do an oil and filter. Give it a bit of a clean and a detail. I can't get it in for an MOT till Tuesday morning. You knew it wouldn't be that easy, didn't you? But I'm really, really confident. Tyres are new. Brakes are good. Forks are rebuilt. Chain and sprockets new. I think we'll be fine on Tuesday morning. I'm not massively concerned about that. So that feels like a really long intro. I'm Dino. This is now my Ducati Multistrada. That's Patches Repair Shop. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. When you're watching this, this bike will hopefully be at the Isle of Man TT. Right, let's crack on, guys, shall we? Right, first things first, let's check the cam belt, shall we? Plug leads goes through the middle of the cam belt, so the plug leads have to come out. And being the S model, it's got carbon fibre covers, which let me tell you is not always a good thing. Why do these feel a bit snappy? Let's work them in and out a little bit. This one below feels equally as horrible. Again, it's come out. Happy days. I'm kind of hoping these need to be done. Bit of a stigma around Ducatis and cam belts. Now, these are really, really easy to change on these ones. But again, it's getting the bits in time. So that's that one. And then this one, if my memory serves me correctly, should just pull out the top. They look absolutely fine. You can't see it from here. They've still got the writing on underneath. They're still soft. No nasty cracks. So I will put another set of belts on this at some point. But I'm up against it with time now. Right, giving the covers a little bit of a clean up. Had a hunt around for some new bolts. Haven't got any, but I reckon I have got time to go and get some. Not today to close, but there we go. This one is a bit fiddly. So one on there. Make sure the plug leads aren't caught up. And then one on there. Said I gave it a clean up, but there's some rusty marks on the bolts. Can't have that, can we? Let's try and get rid of it a bit better. I will pop a bit of grease on these bolts, even though I will go and nip out and get some new ones on Tuesday. Right, that's that back on. All pressure switch back on. Oh, I think that's the old pressure switch. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys. Plug leads back on. We'll give it a good wash and clean in a minute, shall we? As it needs it. Right, let's warm it up. So I can see down here the oil level's okay. Oil's still golden. I generally, end up doing the oil and filter on this every couple of thousand miles. So, but it hasn't been run for a while, hasn't been used for a while. So let's do the right thing and give it an oil and filter before we take it away, shall we? And then it can have a little wash, birthday wash. Right, next step is a new battery. The old one was already out because it was no good and I didn't want it to leak anywhere or anything, so I got rid of it straight away. This is a pretty straightforward task. Got a little rubber cover, covers the back of the battery. Let's just grab the keys in case the alarm goes off. I know I've said these to you people before. Don't wrench up battery terminals, guys. Just needs a little nipperoo. Happy days. Right, we could have a loud noise. Let's try. Got to take the ignition key off. There's one thing, I know if you've watched this Ducati series from the start, you will know that one of my little gripes is the position of the ignition key. My hand's just too big to get down there. I have to take the ignition key off and pop it down there. Right, see what happens. Right, we've got ignition. So that's good. Right, so now the battery's on and we know we've got some live stuff. We can pop this cover back on, which has two grommets at the top. A little clip at the back here that you guys can't see, or like a quick release screw. So this is the little spring clip and this pushes up from underneath. Hard for me to film, but you get the idea, I'm sure. There we go. That's that trim back on. I often find that it has the normal Ducati fitment. Right, let's see if she will fire up properly, shall we? On the button, look at that. All pressure lights straight out. So all I want to do, guys, is let it warm up so that we can do the oil and filter. And I have to do it at the top of my road because the second I make any kind of noise, one of my neighbours complains. The rest are as good as gold. So trying to keep the peace, and we'll do it away from their house. It doesn't help. Interesting, this dash. I hope you guys can hear me. Because this has got the Ducati Performance ECU fitted, when you first start it up in the morning, it thinks it's in Europe and it thinks it's 1000 DS. And it's not, it's an 1100S. So you have to do a sequence with the ignition and the A and B buttons up here to get it to read in miles, miles per hour, and to get the mileage in miles as well. But yeah. How much can you guys see? So pop the oil cap off. Get an Allen key for that drain bung. Drain tray's a bit full. Sort that out in a minute. 10mm Allen key on this for the sump plug. I think I've got washers in stock for this one. You probably can't see that from there, but The oil's coming out just as clean as the new stuff that's going back in. Like I said, it does have regular oil changes. Nothing nasty on the sump plug, apart from loads of oil on my hand. Move you guys over here a bit so that I can get to the oil filter. That's the old oil filter off. Right, what we've also got on here, guys, let's not let the alarm go off again, is a 14mm Allen key just here. And when you undo this, you should get some more oil coming out the sump plug. And if I pull this out and drop it straight in the oil tub, obviously. So when you pop that out, just let the extra oil drain out. There is like a gauze filter in there as well, which you can clean out if you want to. I've done it on the last one, and as you can see, the oil's super clean. Not in the bucket, that's not super clean. Right, new filter. Needed one in a bit of a hurry, as you now know, so had to go for a K&N. Normally go for the genuine Ducati. Gone for the K&N one. It was the closest one, the only thing the shop had in stock for it. And as per usual, I always fill these up with oil first. Gives ourselves a fighting chance. I know the old seal isn't underneath, but always check that. You don't want to put an oil filter on with two seals. It's messy. Ask me how I know. So, cleaned off the sump plug, put a new washer on. Pretty straightforward. It's just an oil and filter, guys. Right, tighten up the sump plug. I fished out the plug out the side of the oil drip tray. That goes back in here. Good. Right, let's put some oil in it, shall we? Bit of a spray off underneath, clean it off. So this has got a new sight glass in it, which I put in when I first bought it because it had gone horrible. This is a Castrol Power One Ultimate 1040 motorcycle oil. I've always used this, never had any problems. I'm sure there's a whole world of, what's the word I'm looking for, conversations that we can have about what engine oil to use. I use this one. I've never had any problems. I generally tend to do my oil changes way before they're due, as I've said a couple of times already. I usually get it between the minimum and the maximum, somewhere in the middle. It hasn't got to fill the oil filter up when I start it because we've already filled it up. This is a 4 litre can. and we've got just over a litre left. So with filling up the oil filter and filling up the sight glass to, let me see if I can show you lovely people, filling up the sight glass, can you see it? It's about there. So it's just in between the minimum and the maximum. Start it up, warm it up, let it settle for 5 minutes and recheck it.
I've missed riding this bike. Right, so let's pop it down for an MOT. Before we do that, I'm just going to stop, top the fuel tank up because it hasn't had any fresh fuel in it for a while, and do the tyre pressures as well. Ferrari tyre pressures 30 all round, and I'll see you guys at the MOT stations, shall I? Just in for an MOT, guys. Down at Gizmoto in Leicester. Great bunch of guys, nice and friendly. Pop a link to their website below. It's Tuesday and we go at about 9:30, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So no pressure. If this doesn't pass, we're in a little bit of trouble and we don't have a bike to go on. So let's see what happens, shall we? Good news, guys. She passed. Well, number plate light literally blew in front of our eyes, and I had to quickly replace that there and then. No harm done. We can deal with that, can't we? So she's insured. She's got a fresh MOT. I've just paid my road fund licence, so a few potholes can be filled outside a government official's house somewhere. We're pretty much ready to go. Go home, recheck the levels, going to recheck the chain tension, might be a little bit tight. And then I can get the panniers loaded up with 2.5 pairs of pants. We'll be good to go in the morning, I reckon. Right guys, back from the MOT station. Pop the panniers on, make sure they fit and we've got no problems there. If you've made it this far, guys, thank you so much for watching. Smash that subscribe button, hit like, drop us a comment. Gutted we're not going on the Harley, but at least we've got the good old Ducati. Let's hope it makes it. Join us next week, guys, for the full road trip video and to watch some racing at the Isle of Man with us. I'm Dino, this is Patch's Repair Shop. Catch you guys next week.